Chapter 1. The Vanishing of 11. Hawkins learned how to be quiet. Not the normal quiet where birds still argue with the sky and bikes rattle down cracked streets. This was the kind of quiet that pressed down on the town's shoulders, heavy and breathless, like everyone was waiting for something to scream again. 11 was gone. No body. No proof. No miracle return. Just absence. The worst kind. Mike Wheeler knew trauma had a sound. It was the echo of her name inside his head when he woke up. It was the way his chest locked up when he saw her empty seat in the cabin. It was the muscle memory of holding her hand and realizing his hands were still shaped like they belonged to her. He didn't cry anymore. Crying required energy. Mike barely had enough to breathe. He sat on his bed most days, staring at the wall like it might blink first. His room still smelled like dust, old comics, and something softer he refused to name. Sometimes he talked out loud, just to prove he could still hear his own voice. She wouldn't just disappear, he said once, to no one. 11 never did anything quietly. Across town, Joyce Byers had stopped rearranging the furniture. That was how Jonathan knew things were bad. Joyce used to move chairs when she was anxious. Lamps, tables, reality itself, if possible. Now she just sat, hands folded too tightly, staring at the phone that never rang. Hopper tried to be solid. He always did. Big arms, stiff posture, the illusion of unbreakable. But grief cracked him anyway, slipping through the armor in quiet moments. He stared at the floor a lot, like he was afraid if he looked up, the world might expect something from him. Will felt 11's absence like a missing color. She had been proof that surviving didn't mean becoming smaller. Without her, the world felt sharp again, unsafe, like the upside down never really left. Jonathan carried guilt like a second spine. He wondered if he could have noticed something sooner, done something louder, saved her by simply refusing to let go. They were all orbiting the same loss, bumping into each other in the dark. Steve Harrington noticed it in the dumbest way possible. He stood in the family video parking lot, holding a box of chicken nuggets, staring at it like it had personally betrayed him. 6, he muttered. There were 6. Now there were 5. It hit him harder than he expected. 6 nuggets had been tradition. 6 kids. 6 chaotic disasters he'd somehow grown attached to. Losing one made everything feel wrong, like the universe had messed up its own math. He didn't tell anyone. He just closed the box and drove away, jaw tight, pretending this wasn't grief, because grief sounded too dramatic for someone like him. Max coped by not coping. She kept her headphones on even when nothing was playing. Silence was dangerous. Silence let memories get loud. She missed 11 because 11 understood what it meant to feel different and furious and scared all at once. Dustin talked less. That alone scared everyone. He smiled when he had to, cracked jokes like duct tape over a broken pipe, but every punchline had a delay now, like his heart needed extra time to catch up. Lucas stayed busy. Sports, school, anything that required movement. Stillness reminded him of holding Max's hand and wishing the world would stop breaking girls who deserved better. They all had their reasons. None of them had peace. Mike, however, had something else. A belief. Not evidence. Not hope, the soft kind. A hypothesis. 11 wasn't dead. He didn't tell anyone at first. It felt fragile, like saying it out loud would shatter it. But Mike knew her. Knew how she bent reality instead of breaking under it. Knew she didn't go quietly into nothing. No body. No goodbye. No final moment. That wasn't 11. The Wheeler house became a shelter without anyone officially agreeing to it. Karen made food, no one ate properly. Ted tried to be comforting and somehow made it worse, but his presence still mattered. Nancy sat with Joyce late into the night, listening without interrupting. Mike didn't talk much, but he stayed close, like proximity could replace words. The Byers-Hopper family leaned on them, and the Wheelers didn't step away. 18 months passed. Time did its cruel thing and kept moving. Graduation arrived, wrapped in fake smiles and paper caps. Hawkins High looked normal again, which somehow felt offensive, like the town had forgotten what it owed them. Students lined up. Cameras flashed. Applause happened on cue. Mike stood there in his cap and gown, older, thinner, eyes still searching crowds like he expected the impossible. Will graduated beside him. They exchanged a look. No words. They didn't need them. Max crossed the stage with quiet defiance. Dustin tripped, recovered, bowed dramatically. Lucas clapped louder than necessary. Steve watched from the back, pretending he wasn't counting. 5, not 6. As diplomas were handed out, Mike felt it again. That pull in his chest, the certainty. This wasn't the end. 11 was still out there, somewhere between worlds, somewhere waiting. And Hawkins, cursed little town that it